My Hebrew brothers and sisters, 12 tribes of Israel scattered all over the earth. Welcome back. This is your Moray, YAHUAH, and we just want to thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your likes, your comments, and thank you for your prayers. Praise His holy name. We are so happy that YAHUAH has given us the opportunity to come back to His word. We're still in Psalm 25 and in verse 9. Okay, and we're talking about, guidance. Yeah, we're talking about guidance, my brothers and sisters. Guidance. And, that the Lord, YAHUAH, He guides us and, He protects us. So as we look at this psalm here, which is prayer, guidance, and protection, YAHUAH is always guiding us. And He always, my brothers and sisters, always by our side. Always by our side. Never leave us nor forsake us. Praise His name. But we in verse 9, we are dealing with letter Yod. And the word means mishpat. Mishpat is a what we look. The meek will He guide in judgment. Mishpat. And the word Yod here, Yod has two different categorization. It talks about creation, and then it talks about metaphysical, is what they represent, the word Yod here. All right. It said the meek will He guide in judgment. My brothers and sisters, only the meek, not the weak, okay? There's a difference between the weak and the meek. So He gonna guide the meek, and He will do it in judgment. Okay? So when we look at the word judgment here, mishpat, mem, shin, and then mem, shin, I have it written down there so small. Sometimes my glasses can't, mem, shin, and fe are fe. Sometimes it's fe, sometimes it's fe. Depends on what word, and then tate, right? Tate, good. So here, the word mishpat, judgment. So it is mem, shin, tet, and pe and tet. And what is just basically talking about judgment here, judgment, adversary, ceremony, charge, crime, custom, desert, determination, discretion. And it comes from the word shafat, and properly a verdict, and this verdict can be favorable or it can be unfavorable, my brothers and sisters. And, this is something that's pronounced judicially, especially a sentence or formal decree, human or divine law. Okay? Sometimes we have, human law, right? Instead of the law. And you have to follow it regardless of what it is. But when it comes to YAHUAH's law, you have people say, oh, they're done away with. They're done away with. My brothers and sisters, those laws that Yahweh told us to keep, the Torah, right? The government take them and they don't want you to come into the courthouse or into the place and read the scripture. But they take the scripture and put it up there for you to and they made laws out of it. You know, they made laws out of it to keep you under control, right? But they don't want to be under the law. They don't want the law to tell them what you know. But like I said, like in America, you know, nobody's above the law. Okay, and we see it playing out right now in politics. Oh boy, it's playing out now. You know, and you know, apparently this man, you know, he's always have money to pay off someone so that, you know, pay them off and threaten to sue them because they know people have any money to sue him back. So, but now we see, and then you have some evangelical Christians backing it. So you're supposed to be telling him what is right and what is wrong. If we have someone evangelical Christian telling him, say, look man, you can't do that. But they go right along with it. They follow him, they support him, they call him, they say they love him. Well, you're supposed to love everybody anyhow. You know, but, you know, when a person commits a crime, you know, penalty is there. Abstractly, justice, my brothers and sisters, justice including a participant's right or privilege, statutory or customary, or even style, plus adversary, you know, a charge, crime, you know, and so person to be judgment is a manner of law, lawful, manner of measure, order, is an ordinance. It's right, and then it's a sentence, my brothers and sisters. Praise his name. And you know, if a person commit a crime, is worthy. When the, you know, judgment comes down, is it worthy to, sometimes I agree that some people are tried, and especially, you know, we dark brown people, we pay more, you know, they lock us up, they lock me up, and they lock the Anglo person up for the same crime. Praise God. Yeah, well, I'm not committing any crime, but I'm just using an illustration here. Both of us commit the same act, and they tried us and put us in jail. Guess what? I will end up spending 20 years for the same thing that a person did, and he come out in 2 years or 3 years. And sometimes his crime is worse. And he should get more penalty for that. He get less. I do less, an act, and I get more time. Because, my brothers and sisters, because of what you call institutional racism. It's not dead, it's not done yet. Okay? All right, so we just want us to know that. Praise his holy name, praise his name. In verse 10, calf. Okay, and the word calf here is, associating with it is like a crowning and accomplishment. Crowning and accomplishment. All right, listen to verse 10 and hear what it said. All right? All the path of YAHUAH are mercy and truth, and to such as keep his covenant and his testimonies. All the paths of YAHUAH are mercy and truth, and to such as keep his covenant and his testimony. I want to look at the word to keep there. To keep there means basically to guard, to watch, to keep. And nadsar, that's what the word here is. Nadsar, to watch, guard, or to keep. It's nun, it is sade, and also resh. And the word here, my brothers and sisters, is like something besieged or hidden thing. Keep like a monument. Observe or preserve. Something you preserve, right? It's to guard in a good sense. To protect or to maintain or to obey, etc. Or a bad one to conceal. Huh? You conceal, etc. Okay. But besiege, hidden thing. To keep, is a keeper, you observe, you preserve, you're a watcher, you're a watchman. It's like you plant something, right? And you guard it, you put a fence around it so that people won't walk through it or animals won't go in there and destroy it. Okay? So that's what the word there is. Praise his name. And so all the path of YAHUAH are mercies and truth, and to such as keep. And look at the word covenant there, because the word covenant is another nice word there, my brothers and sisters. And this covenant here is basically, it comes from the Hebrew word berith, and bet, resh, yod, and tav. And so this word here, my brothers and sisters, is talking about like an agreement, a covenant. The word confederacy can be used in a wrong way. Confederate, it can be used in a wrong way, but it is an agreement between two people, basically. It's a covenant. It's a league. And it comes from the word bara, in the sense of cutting, like bara, a compact made by passing between pieces of flesh. So what they used to do is like, they cut the hands, and then both people cut. You don't do this kind of stuff anymore. I don't think so, because with people having all kind of ailment and disease, you have somebody's hand is cut and you put your cut hand on it, so you get some of his blood, he gets some of your blood. And if one of you is sick, it means that somebody's going to die. Somebody's going to get real sick and die. But the word here, confederate, or confederacy, it's a covenant, it's a league, compact, and this is what it is. This is what it is, my brothers and sisters. Calf here, so not only that all the paths of YAHUAH are mercy and truth, and to such as keep his covenant, and then he say his testimony and his testimonies. And the testimony there is Ada. And I mean a testimony. The word Ada here is Hebrew. Ada is Ayin, Dalet, and He, Ada. And what it's saying here is a testimony or a witness. You know, from an ed in its technical sense, you know, a testimony, witness, and as assembly, company, a congregation, a multitude of people, a swarm of people, if you want to say like that. Is the feminine of the ed, and in the original sense of fixture, we say it's a stated assemblage, or concourse, or generally a familiar crowd. An assembly. It's a company, congregation, my brothers and sisters. You know, multitude, people, the swarm. And so in verse 11, we have Lamed. And what associated with the letter Lamed here is teaching and learning. Teaching and learning. Listen what it said here. For thy name's sake, O YAHUAH, pardon my iniquity, for it is great. When was the last time, you know, we go to YAHUAH and ask him to pardon our iniquities? Because my brothers and sisters, if you like some of the politicians, you never sin. You never do anything wrong. Okay? But let me tell you something. If you ever, in your walk, ever doubted, when YAHUAH said going to do something, you doubted. When you have something to be done and you need help, you're going to trust him. You cannot trust him and doubt him at the same time. It won't work. It won't work. And if it works, my brother, you're going to be embarrassed. If you have some conscience, you're going to be embarrassed. So hear what he said here. For thy name's sake, O YAHUAH, pardon my iniquity. The word salak is to forgive or to pardon. Salak. It is Samek, Lamed, and Ket. And my brothers and sisters here, what it's saying is to forgive, is to pardon, is to spare. So we trust in YAHUAH to forgive us and to pardon us. Right? So when people trespass against you and do stuff, and they come to you and they ask you, say, please, would you forgive me? What are you going to do about it? Please forgive me. Please pardon. They ask you to do. You know. So they ask you, you know, you should find it in your heart. They come and ask you for forgiveness. Forgive them. They do something to you, you know, you never do anything to them. You don't have to go to them to ask for forgiveness if you never do anything to them. But they do something to you and they come to you and they ask you, please forgive me. Are you going to forgive them? Because if you don't, then YAHUAH said, we cannot go to YAHUAH and ask him for forgiveness. Because we have someone down there that asks us to forgive them and we didn't do it. But so if you don't forgive them, why you want to go to YAHUAH and ask YAHUAH to forgive you. Come from a primitive root to forgive, or to pardon, or to spare. And the word iniquity here. We're just going to finish verse 11. We've gone over the 20 minutes, but we're going to finish. He said, for thy name's sake, O YAHUAH, pardon mine iniquity. And iniquity is varieties great. Avon, rather. The word Avon. It is transliteration is Avon, but the spelling of it is Avon. And this word here, my brothers and my sisters, it means iniquity, means guilt, it means punishment. Okay? Punishment for iniquity. And it is Ayin, Vav, and Nun. Avon. And what it's talking about here is talking about like a fault, is iniquity, is mischief, is punishment of iniquity. It's sin. It's sin, my brothers and my sisters. And it comes from a word, Abba. Avon, from Abba. Perversity. The perverse thing, moral evil. It's a fault. It's a mischief. It's punishment of iniquity, punishment of sin, my brothers and my sisters. And a lot of people don't realize how dangerous, how wicked this thing is. Okay, we're going to stop here, come back to verse 12, and my brothers and sisters, we're going to ask you to be a blessing to someone today, and we're going to ask you also to walk with the King. Praise his holy name. Shalom, shalom. Praise his name.